काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथ्वी शस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः सज्जनाः सन्तु निर्भयाः स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषा गो ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. This Shanti mantra prays for the welfare of all. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. But how do we achieve the welfare of all? Then there are prayers preceding that. Let there be good weather. Let the nature be green and full of vitality. Let there be no sadness and no conflict within the nation. Let the good people be fearless when they live in the country. Let good happen to those who govern the country. May the kings and the people who govern and lead follow the path of nyaya, of justice and fairness. May good happen to the animals. Go, Brahmana means good people, the intellectuals, the knowledge seekers, and may the whole world be happy. So this is our secret way or secret recipe to a good, happy and prosperous nation in the world. This is how our rishis have prayed. And if you look at all these things and what just now Sunil Bansalji spoke about good citizenry, good public participation in a democratic country like ours, you can easily relate that what the rishis were praying of participation from all sides and a good leadership comes together in this act of good citizenry. He is a busy man and travels a lot, and now on his cards is this idea of one nation, one election, which will help the whole country to come together once every 5 years and vote for the leader of their choice. And as he's explained, it will save the country a lot of unwanted expenses and unproductive days, which could then be invested in better development of the people and the nation. So I applaud this idea and I welcome this with open arms that we shall support the thought of one nation, one election, because this is good for the country, is good for the nation. That is what he has said. A nation prospers when the people prosper. A Telugu poet says, Deshamante matti kadu, Deshamante manishuloi. A country is not just the lands or the geography. It is the people. That's why democracy, we, the people. And when people are good, citizens are good, that is when you can build a good, strong nation. The investments that are made in the development of the people to provide them with the basic necessities, be it education, health, nutrition, or other social welfare schemes, should be the priority of a country. When we invest in our country's future, our children, our people, that's when we build a strong and prosperous nation. And that is the effort that is needed from all sectors of the society. With me also is Sri Anil Antony. He's been working on the northeastern region for some time now. And I was mentioning that I just recently went to Meghalaya, and we also started some work in Tripura and other places through our organization. And I want to congratulate the efforts that have been put by him and the leadership, developing and improving the northeastern region of the country, which otherwise looked like something that is cut off from the mainstream. Good infrastructure, connectivity, more awareness amongst the people is something that I noticed over there, and we are looking forward to working and including them in our service projects as time passes. And I think this combination of Sarkar, Samaj and Samstha, which is what we always talk about, that is the way forward for this country, where the government, the civil society and institutions like ours, they all come together in one ambition, in one vision, in one decision to further the cause of development of the people of the country. अभी थोड़े समय पहले ही आपके साथ चर्चा में आपने कहा कि जो रिफॉर्म्स आपने सोचे हैं और अलग अलग रिफॉर्म्स के बीच में ये रिफॉर्म जो है जो पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन का है, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग जो है इस डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम में पार्टिसिपेट करें, भागीदारी बने। और भारत एक यंग कंट्री है, इट इज़ अ यंग नेशन with an average mean age of 28 and a half years is what I'm told, and it's only going to get younger because we are going to have more children being born in the next 20-30 years. So 22 साल के अंदर शायद 22-25 करोड़ जनता और बढ़ जाए, और ये वो होंगे जो आज पैदा हो रहे हैं, आज स्कूल जाने वाले हैं या कल कॉलेज जाने वाले हैं, और आगामी भविष्य में आपके मतदाता हैं, इस देश के भावी नागरिक हैं। और उनकी उनकी क्षमता, उनकी जो सोच है, उनकी जो समझ है, उसको बढ़ावा देना, उसको सही करना एक बहुत बड़ा दायित्व है, सिर्फ संस्थाओं पर ही नहीं, गवर्नमेंट पे ही नहीं, माता पिताओं पे नहीं, बल्कि पूरे समाज पर। और सबको इसमें भागीदारी लेनी ही पड़ेगी। एवरीबडी हैज़ टू पार्टिसिपेट टू डेवलप द चिल्ड्रन ऑफ द नेशन, and these children are going to be the future of the nation. As we all know, it is a rhetoric, I don't have to say it again. But why India stands at a very unique position at this point in time in the whole world? If India lives, who dies? If India dies, who lives? India is so essential, so important for the existence of the whole world, because India brings that spiritual idea of oneness of everything, the Advaitic philosophy, which is the only solution to all the conflicts in the world. And if this philosophy dies by not being practiced in the future generations, then India dies too with it. Because soul of India is its philosophy, its spirituality, its culture. So when we think about national development, we just don't think about infrastructure or economic progress or public participation and good citizenry, good governance, but we also think of it as a country that lives its values day in and day out through its people. And our value of believing in the welfare of all, working for the welfare of all, that is something that is unique to our country, and I haven't heard such a philosophy in any country of the world. At best, they pray for their people, their welfare, their good future, but praying for the entire world is unique to India. इसीलिए भारत का रहना, न केवल रहना बल्कि भारत का प्रगति करना और पूरे विश्व पर अपने इस आध्यात्मिकता का और अपनी सोच का प्रभाव डालना अत्यंत आवश्यक है। ये एकमात्र एक सॉल्यूशन है पूरे विश्व के जितनी भी समस्याएं हैं, समस्याओं का एक ही समाधान है, ये भारतीय सोच कि सब में ईश्वर है, सब में ईश्वर विद्यमान है, और सभी के प्रति प्रेम और श्रद्धा और आदर और सबकी सेवा का भाव यदि हम रखेंगे, तभी ये विश्व में शांति कायम होने का एक कारण बन सकता है। और विश्व गुरु जो हम भारत को बनाना चाहते हैं वो हर क्षेत्र में बनेगा। टुडे इन आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग, टुडे डिफेंस, India has shown its capabilities in its defense sector, to everything else, the commerce, the industry, education, but also spirituality and culture. The soft power of the country is spreading. And I think it's important that every citizen realizes his or her role in this making of a Bharat, that Bharat which was dreamt of by our ancient sages and seers, our ancestors, our forefathers, who not only dreamt but worked for it, so that it can lead the nation, it can guide the world and bring that global peace that it is eluding us for such a long time. And only India can do that with its philosophy and good people, good Indians. So I believe that this is a great cause. Not only it makes economic sense कि आप एक इलेक्शन करेंगे तो 5 लाख 6 लाख करोड़ रुपए बचेंगे, जिसका हम सदुपयोग कर सकते हैं अच्छे कार्यों में। आज मैं हमेशा जब भी मैं मिलता हूँ आप जैसे व्यक्तियों से, मैं ये कहता हूँ कि भारत का एजुकेशन बजट बढ़ना चाहिए, हेल्थ केयर बजट बढ़ना चाहिए, और भी जितनी मूलभूत सुविधाओं के प्रति बजट से न्यूट्रिशन के प्रति बढ़ना चाहिए। लेकिन क्योंकि हमारा देश इतना बड़ा है एंड इतनी सारी समस्याएं सभी को सुलझाना है, फिर इलेक्शंस भी करने हैं, और ये जो खर्च हो रहा है उसको यदि हम बचा सकें और अच्छे कार्यों में लगा सकें, जो आपकी सोच है ये अति प्रशंसनीय है। क्योंकि मैं समझूंगा कि यदि 5 लाख करोड़ बचते हैं तो ये 5 साल का एजुकेशन बजट है भारत का, या फिर शायद 5 या 6 साल का हेल्थ केयर बजट हो जाएगा भारत का, और उससे कितने लोगों का भला हो जाएगा। तो ये सोच बड़ी अच्छी है, इसको लागू करने के लिए पूरे देश को समर्थन देना चाहिए, सभी को, चाहे वो किसी भी जाति वर्ग या प्रांत के हों, लेकिन देश को प्रथम करते हुए सभी को इसका समर्थन करना चाहिए, ये मेरा विश्वास है। एंड आई एम श्योर दैट इंडिया इज़ वेकिंग अप to its responsibility. Indians are waking up to good citizenry, and as time progresses, people would participate and support this cause. मोदी जी कहते रहते हैं रिफॉर्म, ट्रांसफॉर्म एंड परफॉर्म। कि हमको परफॉर्म करना है. एट द एंड परफॉर्मेंस इज व्हाट मैटर्स, एंड उसके लिए रिफॉर्म्स आर इम्पॉर्टेंट, एंड वी हैव टू ट्रांसफॉर्म आवर वे ऑफ थिंकिंग from the old to the new, from the regressive to the progressive. And this is one progressive step. So when I heard that he wanted to come and he wanted to share this thought, we are a large institution, और ये तो सिर्फ यहाँ पे बैठे बच्चे पर 3,500 बच्चे वो अलग अलग कैंपसेस में वीडियो के माध्यम से हर सत्संग देखते हैं, हर प्रोग्राम देखते हैं, तो उन तक भी ये बात पहुँचेगी, और उनके माध्यम से उनके घर में, गाँव में, सभी तक ये बात पहुँचेगी. एंड पीपल हु वॉच दिस लाइव फ्रॉम मैनी कंट्रीज, they also would get to know. The idea is that always we have to put the greater good of all before our personal ideas and individuality. That is what Bharat has taught us. Tena tyaktena bunjita. पहले त्याग करो फिर भोग. पहले first you must sacrifice, only then you must consume. And this is a sacrifice we must make, to let go of the old and embrace the new, let go of the past and embrace the future, and do what is right for the entire country. एक बार मुझे किसी ने पूछा, बंसल जी, कि आप जो इतने लोगों को तैयार कर रहे हैं, आप कुछ पॉलिटिशियंस को क्यों नहीं तैयार करते अपने अपने कॉलेजेस में? अच्छे राजनेता देंगे तो देश का उद्धार होगा. मैं बोला, तो राजनेता बनने के लिए तो बहुत सारे लोग जो हैं पंक्ति में खड़े हैं, मैं अच्छे मतदाता बनाऊंगा. मैंने कहा इनको अच्छे, आई विल मेक गुड वोटर्स, नॉट गुड पॉलिटिशियंस. अच्छे मतदाता बनेंगे तो अपने आप अच्छे राजनेता बनेंगे, और आज राजनीति अच्छी हो जाएगी, देश का भला होगा. तो आई एम वर्किंग एट द ग्रास रूट लेवल, आई एम सेटिंग द बेसिक्स राइट, कि आप अच्छी पढ़ाई कीजिए, सही समझ बढ़ाइए अपनी, नो योर रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज टूवर्ड्स योर कंट्री, डू इट राइट, डोंट बी टेम्प्टेड बाय द अल्टीरियर थिंग्स, stay true to your purpose, which is to do good to others. And then be a good voter, and also naturally country will become better country. आज सबसे बड़ी समस्या भारत की तो वही है, मतदाताओं में समझ की कमी है. कभी कभी लोग जो है जाने बिना, देखे बिना, समझे बिना वोट दे देते हैं, और जो समझते हैं, जो बुद्धिजीवी हैं, वोट देने ही नहीं आते. इलेक्शन के दिन गवर्नमेंट हमको छुट्टी भी देती है, इसलिए देती है कि हम जाएं और वोट दें, पर लोग क्या करते हैं, उसका गलत इस्तेमाल करते हैं, घर पे बैठे रहते हैं और दोस्तों से मिलने जाते हैं और समय ऐसे निकाल देते हैं और वोट देने नहीं जाते. तो ये गलत है. जिस देश का हवा पानी खाना खाकर हम बड़े हो रहे हैं, जो देश हमारी रक्षा करता है, हमें एक जीवन देता है, हमें एक अस्तित्व देता है, उस देश के प्रति इतना कर्तव्य तो सभी का बनता है कि आप समय पर अपना मत जो है वो सही व्यक्ति को दें, बिना और किसी सोच के, जो देश के हित में हो उसे सोच कर दें. ये मेरा व्यक्ति है, वो उनका है, ये पार्टी वो पार्टी, उससे परे, उससे ऊपर उठकर एक निष्पक्ष रूप से, एक निष्काम भाव से जब अपनी सेवा करते हैं देश के प्रति, तो देश का भविष्य उज्जवल होकर ही रहेगा. तो मेरा सबसे बड़ा एक और मेरी सोच है कि स्कूली बच्चों में ये भावना जगाए टुवर्ड्स द सिविक, नॉट ओनली राइट्स बट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़. राइट्स के बारे में तो सब जानते हैं, मेरा क्या अधिकार है, लेकिन व्हाट आर माई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़, मेरे क्या कर्तव्य है, इसके बारे में भी एक बड़ा कैंपेन जो है स्कूलों में, कॉलेजों में आप चलाएं, जिससे कि आपको भविष्य के अच्छे मतदाता मिले. तो ठीक है, एक तरफ तो एक इलेक्शन, एक नेशन हो जाएगा, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ वो इलेक्शन जो है सही रूप से हो, और मतदाताओं में सही सोच समझ हो, और देश के प्रति उनका जो भाव है, राष्ट्र भाव, उसके आधार पे वो अपने मत दें. इस तरह से मेरी सोच है. तो उसको भी हम स्कूलों में, शिक्षा प्रणाली में डालें. ऐसे हम पढ़ते तो हैं सोशल साइंस, सिविक साइंस एंड ऑल दैट, बट अ लिटिल मोर डिटेलिंग एंड लिटिल मोर डेप्थ would help the children to make the right decisions. So you see, you are the future of the country in every way. 45-50 crore of new voters are coming in the next 25 years. You can change the destiny of this country and thereby the destiny of the world. Because if this country really does what it needs to do, it can change the way the world does what it does. And this power lies in each one of your hand. So be good citizens, be responsible citizens, be participating citizens, be sacrificing citizens. And then I'm sure we can build a very strong Bharat. 2047 तक हमारा ये सोच है कि विकसित भारत हो. We don't want to be called a third world nation or a developing nation. It's enough. We are a developed nation. In fact, spiritually we are a super developed nation, but economically also we must become that. And I believe that this economic progress under the great leadership of the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, would reach to the last and the least. It should percolate down to everyone. And we all should live a happy, healthy, harmonious life. And the prayer of Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkham Apniyat, that prayer may be realized in our own lifetimes. And this is possible because if it was not possible, our ancestors wouldn't have thought about such an idea. It's an idea which is possible if we put all our efforts together as partners in progress of this country. As an organization, we are always with the right kind of policies, right thought, right vision, and we are always here to support the right causes. So once again, thanking both Sri Bansalji and Sri Anilji who have come here today to talk about this an important topic for all of us and their team which has organized this. I convey my gratitude and I look forward to a very productive partnership with the governments and the agencies of change so that we can truly achieve the developed Bharat vision in times to come. And I want to see an India where nobody goes to bed hungry, nobody is out of school, nobody is denied healthcare or basic access to healthcare, nobody is discriminated. That is the kind of nation we want to build. Today also happens to be Juneteenth there in the US. That's when the slavery was abolished by Abraham Lincoln and he brought equality. But it took 2.5 years before the southern states got to know. So even though the president had declared, the southern state did not know and the slavery continued for 2.5 more years is what I was told. And I've seen the trauma that even these current generations go through it. As I said, it is the public participation which can change the thing, not just a policy announcement. Abraham Lincoln did say policy, but then it did not receive public participation. It took a longer time than what it should have to achieve that idea of equality that all men are created equal, though that constitution says so. So people have to be, जो जागरूकता इन्होंने बात की, जागरूक नागरिक बने. Be aware of your rights, but also your responsibilities, and work towards that. Work towards building not only your future, but the nation's future and the world's future by doing the right thing. With these words, I conclude and convey my best regards, all the best wishes, and gratitude to Sunil Bansalji.